Can you tell me where my country lies? Said the unicorn to his true love's eyes. It lies with me, cried the Queen of Maybe. For her merchandise he traded in his prize. Paper late, cried a voice in the crowd. Old man dies, the note he left was signed Old Father Thames. It seems he's drowned, selling England by the pound. Citizens of hope and glory, time goes by, it's the time of your life. Easy now, sit you down, chewing through your wimpy dreams. They eat without a sound, digesting England by the pound. Young man says you are what you eat well. Old man says you are what you wear, well, well. You know what you are, you don't give a damn. Bursting your belt, that is your homemade sham. The captain leaves his arms right on through the night. Join the dance, follow on till the gray of sunset, see the road. Follow on till the gold is cold, dancing out with the moonlit night. Night till the green shields down and shout. There's a fat old lady outside the saloon, laying out the credit card, she plays full tune. The deck is uneven right from the start, and all of their hands are playing a part. Captain leaves his arms right on through the night. Join the dance, follow on, at round table talking down we go. You're the show, off we go. You play the hobby horse, I'll play the fool. We'll tease the bull, baby, loud and loud, loud and loud. Follow on, with a twist of the world we go. Follow on,
for lunch. Om-de-dum-de-dum. When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk.
There's always been Ethel. Jacob, wake up, we got a tinier room now. And then Mr. Lewis, isn't it time that he was out on his own? Over the garden wall, two little lovebirds cuckoo to you. Keep them moonlit sharp, I know. Sunday night, Mr. Farmer called, said, listen son, you're wasting time. There's a future for you in the fire escape trade. Come up to town. But I remembered a voice from the past. Gambling only pays when you're winning. Had to thank old Miss Morse for schooling a failure. Keep them moonlit sharp, I know.
When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk. Me? I'm just a lawnmower. You can tell me by the way I walk.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see. The course laid down long sheep remain inside their pen, though many times they've seen the way to leave. He rides majestic past homes of men who care not or gaze with joy to see reflected there the trees, the sky, the lily fair. The scene of death is lying just below. The mountain cuts off the town from view, like a cancer growth is removed by skill. Let it be revealed. A waterfall is madrigal, an inland sea is symphony. Na 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 na. Untitled songs urge the sailors on, till lured by the siren's cry. gone. Too long have I lay alone, not knowing which way to turn. And there you are, quite sure that you were right, knowing full well that I'd be the first one to go down, and you'd be the one who was laughing, except when things weren't going your way. And then the lady would say that she'd had enough, wandering around on her own. The day you left, well, I think you knew you'd not be back. Well, at least it would seem that way, because you never said goodbye. But when it comes round to you and me, I'm sure it will work out alright. And you'd be the one who was laughing and giving me something I don't need. And you know I'd always hold you and keep you warm. Oh, more fool me. Oh, but when it comes round to you and me, I ask myself, do I really believe in your love? And yes, I'm sure it will work out alright. Along the forest road, there's hundreds of cars, luxury cars. Each has got its load of convertible bars, cutlery cars, superstars. But today is the day when they sort it out, 'cause they disagree on a gangland boundary. 'Cause they disagree on a gangland boundary. There's Willie Wright and his boys, one hell of an The boys are building Johnny's legs staying very still. The thumpers shout, they all start to clout. There's no guns in this gentleman's bout. And Georgie moves in on the outside left with a chain flying round his head. And Harold Demura from our literature nips up the theater street. Here comes the cavalry. Amidst the battle roar, accountants keep a score, 10-4. They've never been alone after getting a radio phone. The bluebells are ringing for sweet meal Sam, real ham, handing out bread and jam just like any picnic. It's 5 to 4 on Union right. He made his pile on Derby night, when Billy was a kid, walking the streets. The other kids hid, so they did. And now, after working hard in security trade, he's got it made. The shops that need aid and those that haven't paid. Dumont of a Sherwood, Sid Micklebrick, fresh out of the nick, so cheap all the day. The minute they leave and the visit I pay, does it pay? His friend, liquid land banning of wine, women, and Wandsworth faints, and I'll clean the legs of the bastard that got me frayed. I'll break in the legs of the bastard that got me frayed. Got me frayed. They called me the Reverend when I entered the church unstained. My employers have changed, but the name has remained. All began when I went on a tour, hoping to find some furniture. Followed a sign saying beautiful chest, lit to a lady who showed me her best. She was taken by surprise when I quickly closed my eyes, so she rang the bell and quick as hell Bob the Knob came out on his job to see what the trouble was. Louise, is the Reverend hard to please? You're telling me? Perhaps, sir, if it's not too late, we could interest you in our old-fashioned Staffordshire blend. Oh, no, not me. I'm a man of repute. But the devil caught hold of my soul, and a voice called out, "Shoot!" Save my steeple, I visited people, for this I'd gone when I met little John. His name came, I understood, when the judge said, "You are a robbing hood." He told me of his strange foundation, conceived outside of the word stagnation. He'd had to hide his reputation. When poor, 'twas salvation from door to door. But now, with a pin-up guru every week, it was love, peace and truth incorporated for all who seek. Employed me as a car mechanic with overall charge. His hands were then fit to receive ours. That's why we're in Battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the Battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. Ooh, na, 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 na. We guard your souls for peanuts, and we guard your shops and houses for just a little more. Just a little more. In with the left hook is the Bethnal Green butcher, but he's counted on the right by mixed chain gang fights. And Liquid Len with his smashed bottle men, he's lobbing Bob the knob across the Gorba. With his kisser in a mess, Bob seems under stress, but John's the joke hits Len right in the mouth. And Harold Damien is still not quite sure, as they comes from out of his sling. You come together. Up above the crowd, it's like this to the cloud, done proud. The bold and brazen brass, see darkly through the glass. The butler's got jam on his rails, Roy goes out of the pot with tea on a silver pot, just like any picnic. Along the forest road, the end of the day, the clouds roll away. Each has got its load. They'll come out for the count of the breaking of day. When the limos return for their final review, it's all through. All they can see is the morning dew. There's no one left alive. It must be a draw. So the black cat barons toss a coin to settle the score. Home from work, our Juliet clears her morning meal. She dabs her skin with pretty smells concealing to appeal. I will make my bed, she said, her turn to go. Can she be late for her cinema show? Cinema show. Romeo locks his basement flat and scurries up the stair. With head held high and floral tie, a weekend millionaire. I will make my bed with her tonight, he cries. Can he fail, armed with his chocolate surprise? Take a little trip back with Father Tiresias. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged. Once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than sea. Father Tiresias. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged. Once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than sea. I don't belong here, said old Tessa out loud. Easy love, there's the safe way home.